I want to try to get positive about Margate rather than negative. I think the negativity has been going on for too long, and it's time that we as a community stand together and fight for our town to get it back to what it was. Margate, as I remember as a child growing up here, was a mecca. People used to flock to Margate every single holiday season. And it was beautiful. It was a fantastic time. All our shops were full. Our beaches were full. And our holiday makers were happy. It is not like that anymore, and nobody can tell me that it is like that, because it's not. It is very visible for everybody to see what is happening in Margate. The to-let signs are everywhere. The destruction is before our eyes. We do not even have basic ablution facilities in this town for our tourists. And I, as a business owner and as a landlord, have had enough. I really have. I cannot continue running my businesses in this town when my turnover is getting less and less each year. Our turnover in Funworld and in Coco's was down quite substantially in December. And I'm sure a lot of you can nod your heads in agreement that your turnover is also down. We didn't have the influx that we normally have. And because Shelley Centre was booming, it doesn't mean that there were hundreds of tourists here. They're not coming to Margate anymore. Because they come here and they see there's no water half the time in December. I rushed out and I bought water tanks for our building. Can't run a nightclub without water. I've got to supply water to my tenants who have a restaurant. How do you have a nightclub and you can't flush the toilets? That's a water issue. But when the tourists come to the beach and there's a sign saying that they shouldn't go into the lagoon because it's another water issue, but they can't go to the bathrooms because maybe there's one working toilet. Toilets are covered with black plastic bags. Some of the washing basins don't even have a tap anymore. The change rooms have become a storeroom. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know where else in South Africa it's like this. We have a beautiful, beautiful town, and we really, really need to start taking care of it. Otherwise people are going to lose their jobs. And it's just going to create havoc. It's sad. And I get very emotional about it because this is my town. I went to school here. Grew up here. It's a beautiful place. I used to be so proud to tell people that I came from Margate. Now I'm embarrassed. Margate is embarrassing. Let's all stand together and let's make it work. Let's clean this place up. Let's get our toilets going again. Let's provide the basics to our visitors. And let's get people wanting to open up a shop in Margate because the visitors come here and they love it. When you look at those palm trees and that long, beautiful beach and that blue sea, I promise you it's paradise. We've got the best climate in the whole of South Africa. The best climate. We hardly even have a winter here. July, we should have the whole of Gauteng here and the Free State. Because they come into sunshine. Let's make the most of it, guys. Let's all stand together. Let's make the most of it. Now, I don't want this video to be negative. I want you to see what I see, okay, and what our tourists see. So please have a look, and then we'll have comments afterwards. Thank you.
The Blue Flag certification. teaches Margate.
In terms of Margate specifically, I'm pleading with you to give us time until just before the Easter. All what you see here in terms of the ablution facilities mainly will be sorted out. We care, we want to address some of the issues. There are difficulties and challenges in terms of the resources because they are stretched, but the willingness to turn things around is there. And I just want to finally say, just give us time in terms of what you saw here. When we meet again and you are saying it's the same state, then you can then accuse some of us as officials. Thank you.
I think the toilets will be continually vandalized. That metal, those pipes carry value. And if the toilets aren't being locked at night, I believe that people will pay a rand to get to a clean toilet and have toilet paper there. They're not to pay a rand and come to a toilet that's filthy. And unfortunately, managing toilets is a big issue.
Promises, nothing gets done. Yeah, things will get better. You read in the paper some million for potholes, but the roads are getting worse. Today I read in the paper again, another 1.5 million for potholes from the road accident fund or something. That's not enough. We need 20 million, not 1.5 million. But it's just like, these words like faith, promises. Time for promises, faith is over. It's done.
And in over the years, since 2003, 2004, 2005, the municipality has reaped millions and millions and millions of rand in increased rates because the people who own the properties develop the properties. There are apartment blocks left, right and centre that were never there, and the rates base has increased a phenomenal amount. You should be able to do something with that. It does put a stress on the services, but you're getting the money to allocate it, to handle it. And I just need a commitment from the municipality to accept that and to say they will do something about it and be held accountable after Easter for the work that's just been shown here on that video, and perhaps in a year's time or 18 months' time, come back and say, yes, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this.
You can't just concentrate on little nitty-gritties that are big issues, but the toilets and the pavement. The big picture is we need competence, we need professional people and an organization. Why must I write an email to somebody and say there is a broken curb? Don't these people go around and do random observations? Why don't I always have to go and say the street lights are down? In December there were street lights knocked over by accident damage. They're still lying down. There is just no initiative. There is no enthusiasm. People are now despondent. Our property value has gone out the window. Why on earth must I invest in a failed business, or call it organization. It's stupid to believe and to be positive and say everything is going to come right. We've seen it over the last 10 years, the downhill slide, and I can't see the stop.
What I understood was that we called here together to say, what can we all do to make a difference? Each one of us, instead of saying, what are you doing and what are you doing, what can each one of us do in our little sphere to change things? Because maybe we have all waited too long, and maybe there is, and there are people, like you said, Robin fixed his building. I see buildings being fixed. There's, it's, I drive through the street and I see some people sweeping outside their shops. If we all do that, then we've all made a little bit of a difference.
I think it's a case of the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. I hear what Mr. Nzimande says, and I think it feeds into what we want to believe. But I have to say, Serena sitting here, my assistant who administers my properties, she doesn't even bother to phone the HCM anymore. We work through our councillors. Councillor De Wet, Councillor Henderson, she speaks to you because the phone doesn't get answered. And I have to say, George has always helped us. Johnny's always helped us. We were so desperate about a year ago because there was water sprouting out of one of our buildings that we, out of desperation, on a Friday afternoon we phoned Didi Naidu. I know Didi Naidu, and he sorted it out. Now my question is, what happens to the people that don't have access or don't have Johnny De Wet's cell phone number or George's cell phone number or Didi Naidu's cell phone number? They are left with an unanswered telephone at HCM. Your phones are not answered. The last meeting I had with councillors, and I won't mention their names, you were in that meeting. The one councillor said he had a broken water pipe. He couldn't even get through to Uber. So that is the major problem, is that I believe that the municipalities, both of them, lack the capacity when it comes to the people on the street. Those that are employed to do the jobs, I believe they lack capacity.
The municipal wait until everything collapses. If you can see this beach, there are people coming all over during December. And they also do whatever they like. The toilets, they vandalize them, they do everything. There are police officers from the municipality. Why they don't look after that thing? No control whatsoever as it used to be before. I came here to invest my money because I got properties here, with the hope that those properties, I'm going to sell them one day. But I cannot do that. I must sit in those properties because the municipality is trying to beat about the bush. You will find taxis going all over. But in any event, I'm sorry if the type of the things which have been seen there, maybe they are hitting back to our senior officials from the municipality. I know they are doing their level best to serve us, but they must try to act more. We cannot see this town destroyed. This is our town.
Having been in business here for a fair amount of time, for the franchisor Spur state branches to pull out of Margate in 3 months' time, not to view Margate as a viable town, and to have one, maybe two, in Mthatha is a cold, stark, hard-hitting fact. That is a disgrace. And you know, Mr. Speaker, when you said, and you referred to the video, that I think that was very, very well put together, and I think that, in my humble opinion, is the tip of the iceberg. For you to say was this made to embarrass you? Sir, it was not. It was made with the pure intention of highlighting things, A, lack of maintenance, and so many other things. But at the end of the day, you were embarrassed? Sir, so you should be. So this council should be. You guys have made massive strides and inroads in other areas of this community, and for that we salute you. But sir, in terms of Margate, I believe that the HCM has failed businesses in this area, in particular, Margate, Missouri. Thank you.
But I was just thinking now, and Ali got me thinking, and listening to everybody else, we expect all the councillors and the council to do all the work. But I also think from the MBA or from the Margate side, what do we do? What are we actually going to do about tidying up our own town? And I just thought maybe one of the things to start at the ABM is to start a campaign saying, how can we make a difference? Have posters up or do something like that. And I think it's all very well asking the council to do everything, but isn't there something that we can do ourselves by just, as you say, cutting the verges, cleaning up the streets outside our businesses, painting our businesses? I think us as business owners or part of Margate have to do things for ourselves as well and not rely all the time on the councils and the council. And we should have a look at maybe having a campaign within our shops, within our businesses, to actually do something for ourselves and promote Margate within ourselves and not expect everybody else to promote Margate for us.
Service Delivery Charter. They've created a call centre now, a service centre, where you can send an email to services@hcm.gov.za. If you have a street light that's not working or whatever, I am actually also using it now because it is effective. I get feedback quickly. I get the same day feedback that your problem is attended to and we've referred it to this and that official.
I'm saying let's go back to the MBA that I once knew. And we have to have this accord that's going and it's going to make money tick. Let me leave with this thought that I appreciate your concern. If you feel the way you feel, you are a true patriot. And I appreciate that. With that, thank you very much, sir. And my services are to you at any given time.
Thank you.